Hello Stampers and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. I am loving this card because it is with one of my new favorite in colors, Berry Burst, which I just love that color. It's got that ombre effect with the designer series paper here, and it's got flowers and bling. I mean, come on, this just like screams Laura. It's like all of my perfect, wonderful things all together as one card. Super love it. So I just wanted to go over some things about the concepts of this card. First things first, I use the Color Theory Designer Series paper, which has that awesome ombre look. So it kind of looks like if you did strips of it, it would be like a paint swatch that you can pick up, you know, that has like all those different various shades. So super fabulous. The other sheets in the pack, there's this one with the ombre with the white line in between. There's another one that just sort of ombres into each of the colors and doesn't actually have that white line in between. And then there's the other side, which is like this crackle, and half of them are the darker crackle where the color is the main focus with the white crackled, and then the opposite ones are like a white focus with a crackle of the colors. So super fabulous. I am loving the Color Theory Designer Series paper stack, which is what I used for the background of this. Then for the main focal point and for the greeting, I used the Colorful Seasons stamp set. So that is this stamp set here. You can see it's got some amazing greetings as well as lots of great images for all of your occasions. And there is a coordinating bundle with it with the coordinating seasonal layers framelits. So you can bundle and save 10% with this. So this is where I got all of my images. Here you can see is that fabulous cherry blossom branch, which I did in soft suede. And then there's actually a whole bunch more. There are 6 more images to this set, and those are the flowers that I'm going to show you now. So there's these 3 flowers and these 3 flowers. So you'll notice that these flowers actually do like the die cutting of what I would consider like your regular cardstock. So they're going to die cut and give all the little dimensions of the little dots frame, like cut out of the framelit. So like this one has the 6 little like inside petals. Let me just bring in this to show you. So you can see that that's these 6 here, or I'm sorry, these 3 top ones are these framelits that you can do in solid colored cardstock. And then the other 3, these 3 actually have coordinating stamps in the stamp set. And then I just wanted to give you some tips and tricks on those stamps. So you can see it's this stamp, this one, and this one, and those all coordinate together. You'll notice on the actual, the piece that the stamps are on, there's actually little numbers on them. So you'll notice that there's a little, like the little image, I don't know how well you can see this. Let's see, let me pull in this other one. So you can see that there is a flower here, and then there's a little arrow, and then the number 5, and then a flower, an arrow, and the number 4. So the reason for that is there is the flower stamp, and of course you can see it because it's, even though it's photopolymer, it is stained in Berry Burst forevermore. So you can see that there's this little extra piece on the photopolymer stamp, which is where that arrow is. And so if you stamp that up, as well as the coordinating number 5, which, where's my white piece of paper again? So the number 5 here is this one, and there's also an arrow. So now you know that the inside of the flower is this one. So there's the 3 different flowers and the 3 different inserts. So the inserts are actually these here. You can see there's the little brown, like, I don't know what that inside of the flower is, but that's what that little guy is for the inside of each of those flowers. So here I just have a piece of the Whisper White cardstock. I've stamped all of the flowers in the Berry Burst. Now I'm going to bring in some chocolate chip, and you'll see that each of these little pieces have a little arrow on them. So you can see the little arrow is pointing like that. And then we can just line this up with the flower that it belongs with. So that is this one here. You'll also notice that whenever you lay it on the flower, you'll notice that each of the little pieces kind of go into the petals like where they should. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to be able to line that up. And that one I got a little down low, but that's okay. All flowers are created differently, so there's no problem in mixing and matching these up just a little bit. Let's see, I don't remember which way I stamped this one, but I would say that would be perfect. So there you can see the inside of those flowers. So you can use those arrows as long as you remember where your arrows are stamped, unlike me. And you can also match it up by the numbers. So the number 4 for this one goes with the number 4 flower insert. And then you'll also notice that on a couple of the other images too, you can see that there's a number 2 for this image here, and that goes on one of the branches. So just take note of all those little numbers that are on there and where the little arrow is, and then that can help you with lining up all of your images. And then of course you can use the framelits to die cut those out, or you can always just stamp those directly onto your project. So for this one here, I added the large flowers that I stamped with Stampin' Dimensionals, and then I added all the light pink ones that I did in Pink Pirouette. I used the fine tip glue pen to adhere all those down, and some of them I didn't adhere like all the petals, I just did a little bit of it so that they would pop forward and I'd have a little bit more of that 3D effect. One of the other things that I wanted to share with you was the bling. So the bling that I used on this card, you can see there's a darker bling up here, a medium bling down here, and a super light bling down there. And that is another one of the fabulous things in the Color Theory line, which is the glitter enamel dots. Love, love, love these. So you can see, you might not be able to see the glitter part of it, but if I shake it and jiggle it, then maybe you can see the glitter part. But you can see that they have that ombre effect where they're lighter over here and darker down there. So you can get those different shades of dots all over your project to coordinate with the ombre effect of the Designer Series paper. Super, super fabulous. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you love flowers and the berry burst in color as much as I do, because I will be sharing lots and lots of that. You can check those out on my blog, laurastamppad.com. So don't forget to see all of the information on this card as well as these flowers on my blog. And then of course, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, especially if you like flowers and bling. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.